Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, c'est jeudi le 29 février. Le mot de passe, le flip video, hopefully you used le mot de passe in that yesterday. Comment ça s'écrit? If you did not complete your flip video yesterday, just make sure you go back and look at the parameters for that. Also in the Schoology assignment so that you can complete that and get credit for it. Aujourd'hui, il y a un article et des questions sur Paulette Nardal, the next person we're going to be looking at for Le Mois de l'Histoire des Noirs. We'll be looking at the last part of La Salade Bizarre, partie 3. The link is here to read it, but I'll also go over it with you. And then you have a quiz about La Salade Bizarre, as well as we'll do a write and discuss, so you'll have a summary of that as well. Donc, Paulette Nardal, voila. This is a guided reading video you are welcome to use, but it's just me going through the reading. It's not an ed puzzle or anything like that, so you'll still need to open up Schoology to access the actual assignment. Voilà, article, question, Paulette Nardal. One thing I noticed that people had forgotten to do last time was to highlight where they find their answers. So make sure you are both answering in English and highlighting where you found those answers en français to get full credit. That's going to be our last article for Le Mois de l'Histoire des Noirs. Okay, La Salade Bizarre. So for this, I'm going to finish reading the story with you from this link, but then down here you'll see the write and discuss that gives an overview of the story itself. In this video, you'll be able to see me telling the story as well as putting together the write and discuss. And then, of course, the write and discuss is that summary that you'll use that will be visible when you take the quiz. So just make sure you're familiar with that. But before that, we better finish the story itself. Donc, il y a une femme avec son mari. Ils vont à New York pour visiter la Statue de la Liberté. Malheureusement, ils ont faim, mais il y a beaucoup de restaurants à New York. Ils vont à un restaurant qui s'appelle Guy and Gallard. C'est un restaurant chic. Ils regardent les spécialités et il y a beaucoup de salades délicieuses. There's a typo there that should say il y a beaucoup de salades délicieuses. Du steak et du poulet. Ils achètent une salade parce qu'ils sont végétariens. Dans la salade, il y a des carottes, des tomates, des olives et des asperges. Heureusement, la femme adore les asperges. Ils ont très faim, donc ils mangent rapidement. Tout à coup, la femme dit « Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans ma salade ?» Elle regarde sa fourchette et elle voit une tête. C'est une tête de lézard. Oh la la. So she thought it was a piece of asparagus. In reality, it was a lizard head. This actually happened to a friend of mine she was my friend in college. It happened to her well after college. But it's a true story. It actually was written up in the New York Post about this woman who found a lizard head in her salad that otherwise anybody might have thought was just a piece of asparagus. So super gross and yet true story. Okay, voila. Le résumé, just a summary of that story. Il y a une femme avec son mari, ils voyagent à New York pour voir la Statue de la Liberté. Ils ont faim, donc ils cherchent un restaurant. Il trouve un restaurant avec beaucoup de salades délicieuses. La femme mange une salade avec des tomates, des carottes, des olives et des asperges. Soudain, elle voit un objet bizarre dans sa salade. Est-ce que c'est une asperge? Non, c'est une tête de lézard. La femme dit, oh là là, il y a une tête de lézard dans ma salade. La femme ne mange plus d'asperges. When we see ne plus, it means no longer. La femme ne mange plus d'asperges. She no longer eats asparagus, understandably. Okay, bon. All of this, what I just said, is in more detail in this video. So if you have any issues understanding the story, if you are confused at all, watch this video and I go through the story in a little more detail. I do a little more slowing down and explaining things than what I did just now. So that could be helpful if you want it. If not, then you just go ahead and take the quiz. As always, your quiz is linked here in this slide, but you can also get to it via Schoology. I put the wrong date here. It should say jeudi le 29 février. I will fix that. Okay, so here's your entero, la salade bizarre, your Google form link, et voila. So there's your write and discuss. That's the exact same video that I embedded on that slide. And then there's your video for the quiz itself. Okay, il n'y a pas cours demain. Tomorrow there is no school. So that means that you can catch up on whatever it is that you need to catch up on from previously this week. So take that time, take a look at Power School. If you're missing anything, this would be a good time to catch up. And also make sure that you're filling out a late work form, which can be found by clicking on the orange button here in Schoology, for each of your missing assignments. So if it's an assignment that's already in Power School, I need a late work form for each individual assignment because that helps with my process of getting through, making sure that I get everything in the gradebook. So that's important if you are turning in any late work. Okay, merci. I will be on the Google Meet today, Michon French Online, from noon 12:30 if you have any questions for me. Au revoir, bon weekend.